Hey there, guys. Darpin here. Last time, everyone broke into Ilya's place, and by everyone I mean Saber, Reen, and Archer came to save us. Honestly, the last episode was the hardest. Just the hardest. I don't think I've actually laughed at something in here. I think I've laughed at jokes I've made during this. Maybe I laughed at one or two things in here. But last episode, I was laughing. It was so funny. This is still the same recording session as last time. I did take a break and watch like the first two episodes of Spy Family. It's so good. It was so good. I was not expecting anything from it. I knew everyone was saying it was good, but I didn't know how good it was gonna be. I think at this point there's like 6 episodes out, and after I record this, I might be catching up, man. I don't know. Anyways, back to Fate, the thing you're here for. Yeah, I think the plan now is just to escape, and then they said go home, but that's where the murder giant and, murder midget are. So, I don't know if going home is the best idea, but that's what they said. With that being said, let's get started. Wow. As soon as we leave the room, I gasp. Is this a hallway? From this museum-like hallway, I guess the building is really big. Hey, this is no time to be fascinated. Even if we leave the castle, there's a big forest outside. If we don't hurry, it'll be morning. A big forest? Then is this really on the mountain? A forest a few hour drive from Fukuyumi. I completely mispronounced that. Fukuyami. I'm bad. I'm mid, alright? Yeah, this is Einburn's secret castle. Even if we get out of this castle, we'll have to spend a few hours getting out of the forest. It's night now, so we'll have to make our way out by morning. Tosaka runs down the hallway without hesitation. I guess she's headed to the back entrance she snuck in through. I knew it was night already, but how long was I captured for her? I thought it was only half a day, but it might have been longer. You were captured by Ilyasville this morning. It's been half a day since then. The day has changed, that means you have been captured for a day now. Ugh, I see. I'm ashamed. No, please do not be. You are safe even though you have been captured by Ilyasville for so long. That must be proof that your mind did not give in, even though your body was held captive. That might be true. Yes, Ilyasville looks like a young girl, but she is a Magus of Einburn. If we were to yield to her, you would not be yourself. Yeah, I'm guessing that was, what would happen if I agreed to be her servant. She'd probably just turn me into, like, a mindless doll or something. Which seems pretty counterintuitive to her wanting people around, because why would you want people around if you just turn them into slaves? Like, I thought that's why she doesn't really like her maids, but maybe I'll come to understand more. I mean, I bet I will, so... It's not like I did not consider that possibility. I came to this castle prepared to find you dead, in the worst case. I need to move my pop filter, so I apologize for just a moment. There we go. So I'm glad to see you again. Since my master is safe, I cannot lose either. Saber says so with a faint smile. I feel the same way. I was so worried, wondering whether Saber was alright. Hey, are you really trying to escape? I'll go on ahead if you're too slow. Tosaka yells at us from the corner ahead. God, this is no time to be talking. Let's hurry, Saber. I run, urging Saber on as well. Every step brings unpleasantness and pain as if boiling water is pouring into my veins. But I can run if I grit my teeth. Forcing my aching body to move, I follow Tosaka. Saber is running behind me as if escorting a sick person. She must be in pain. She's acting firm, but Saber is in no condition to move properly. Saber, if you're in pain... I stopped myself from asking if she needs a hand. If I said that, Saber would stubbornly try to run on her own. I should just watch for now. If Saber looks tired enough that she can't make excuses, I can carry her then. Saber is really troublesome. This stubborn girl won't rest until I do something that forceful. And so, following Tosaka's lead, we reach the exit of the castle. This is the main entrance, Tosaka? Why are you saying something so obvious? This is what entrances are for, right? This is the fastest way if you want to go or come in. Tosaka runs down the stairs. Well, I'm in no position to complain. Saber and I descend the stairs into the hall. I guess this is the lobby. Well, that must mean we'll be outside if we go through that large door at the end. Alright, We're doing well after gone this far. The problems come after we get into the forest. But it's night and all, so maybe we'll... So maybe we'll be able to get out of... so maybe we'll be able to get out to the main road under the cover of darkness. It'll be too late when Iliasville comes back and she finds out you're not here anymore. It'll be morning by the time she gets back. Hey, why the unsatisfied look on your face? No, it's nothing. I was just realizing again that you're a big shot. You realize the weirdest things at the weirdest places. Like entering the enemy's base from the main entrance, and the way she's acting so confidently. Oh well, let's go outside. I remember the way back so we won't get lost. We head for the entrance. A long hall stretches from the lobby. A long hall stretches from the lobby, and a large door can be seen on the end. It's amazing the hall is about 30 meters long. I think to myself that this place really is a castle, and the instant I start to walk... Oh, you're going home already? That's too bad after you came so far. The voice of a girl who shouldn't be here echoes through the rooms with a faint laugh. I turn around instantly. Everybody stops. The instant I turn around and see the enemy, I understand that I will be killed if I turn my back on it again. Iliasville. Tosaka's voice is shaking. Across the hall, on the stairs we came down, is something that should not be there. It's strangely like the time before. Ilia is standing above us with the Berserker standing behind her. Berserker's presence is overwhelming. As I feel the servant's strength now, I can understand how much of a monster he is. How absurd. He's not at a level Saber could match even in her normal condition. It probably won't even be a fight. That thing is not something that can be beaten in battle. Defeating Berserker means eliminating it without fighting it. In other words, we should have avoided him if we didn't want to die. Good evening. I'm happy you have come to see me, Rin. Ilia's voice is cheerful. That smile is the same as it was 8 days ago. Innocent and merciless emotion that'll kill any insect she catches. I understand now. We won't be able to get away. I can't stop Ilia no matter what I do. Even if I can get Ilia's attention, that doesn't mean everyone else can get away. What's wrong? It's boring if you don't talk. I'm giving you some time, so I think it would be best if you at least leave behind a will. She giggles. We don't have such composure. We will run for the entrance if there is an opening. Even though we know there will be no such chance, we can only wait for it. I see. Then let me ask you one thing. But still, Tosaka takes a step towards Ilia. Iliasville, I didn't feel you coming back, so you were actually hiding all this time? That's right, I didn't go anywhere. I was just watching you make a fool of yourselves. I see. Does that mean the one who went out was a fake? Yes. I knew you people were coming after all. I'm the master here, so I have to welcome the guests, right? The giant figure suddenly disappears. I don't know if it jumped or just moved there. Berserker appears in the middle of the lobby with a whirlwind. We're done for now. If we retreat, we'll be slashed in half the instant we turn our backs. We'll be killed as well if we stay like this. The only path left is to challenge that massive death, knowing it'll be pointless. Are you done talking now? Then let's begin, Berserker. The girl raises her hand as if performing some kind of ritual, looks down at us and... I swear, I will not let anyone go today. She declares so with delight and murderous intent. Light shines in Berserker's eyes. The servant has obeyed Ilia up till now, has his mind released, and identifies us as his enemies. A gritting sound. Tosaka? Tosaka grits her teeth hard, as if regretting something. Archer, can you hear me? She murmurs in a quiet voice without turning around. Little while is enough. Keep him busy by yourself. She orders her servant to die. Archer does not answer her. Ridiculous. Are you insane, Rin? Archer is no match for Berserker by himself. We'll run while you do that. Archer, buy us time until we escape. Ignoring Saber, Tosaka continues her instructions. Her voice is cold, killing her emotions. Archer, who has been silent as if pondering something, quietly nods and... That is a smart move. I'll be able to escape if you escape first. Independent action is a specialty of archers after all. Takes a step forward as if to protect Tosaka. Berserker does not move. Only Ilya's laughter can be heard from above us. Wow, I'm surprised. You're saying such an unknown servant is going to stop my Hercules? Wow, you have a cute side to you, Rin. Neither Tosaka nor Archer has the composure for a rebuttal. Tosaka and Archer know the fact better than anyone. Archer steps forward. He is empty-handed as usual. Tosaka is watching Archer's back. She must not have anything to say to him. Tosaka should know her command is unreasonable. We should tell her servant to die so that we can escape. Archer, Tosaka starts to say something, but... By the way, Rin, may I confirm one thing? Archer interrupts her words in a cool voice, unsuited to the situation. Fine. What? Tosaka looks at Archer with a downcast look, still looking at Berserker. Yeah. Buying you some time is fine, but... You won't mind if I beat that thing, right? Archer says something unexpected. Archer? Yeah, you don't need to hold back. Give him a beating, Archer. I see. Then I shall meet your expectations. Archer moves forward. There are only 10 meters between him and Berserker. That thing should be able to close that distance in an instant. You're underestimating me? Fine. Go on, Berserker. You can slash that stuck-up guy into pieces. Ilya speaks in her hysterical voice. Tosaka turns her back, not paying attention. We'll be going. Getting outside means victory for us. Tosaka starts to run, taking both Saber and my hands. Saber follows Tosaka without objection. I start to run to the entrance, leaving Archer behind. But from behind me, Yamashiro. He stops me, still with his back to me. I turn around, letting go of Tosaka's hand. In the lobby, now far away, is the back of the man facing Berserker. Understand, you are a maker, not a fighter. Berserker charges. Archer stares at his enemy without backing off, still empty-handed. Do not think about other things. There's only one thing you can do, so master that one thing. Archer raises his hand. I don't know when he got it, but in his hands is that sword. Do not forget, what you must imagine is always what you yourself are the strongest. What you must imagine is always that you yourself are the strongest. You do not need outside enemies. For you, the one you have to fight is none other than your own image. The red back sinks. Berserker's attack rages. I start to run without seeing the clash of the two. Tosaka and Saber are already at the entrance. I run without turning around. Redback tells me to just go. We go down the long hallway and pass through the gate. Unbelievably, the place really is a castle. An old castle hidden deep in the forest. The whole place is surrounded by trees as far as the eye can see, and neither buildings nor sky can be seen in the distance. This way. We'll get to the main road if we run for about 3 hours, so run until then. Leading the way, Tosaka turns to face us. 3 hours, huh? Honestly, don't know if my body will last that long. Pain gets worse the more I move. He should go away if I rest, but we don't have time for that right now. Shiro, hurry up! Tosaka sounds pressed as well. Tosaka's the one who gave Archer that order. She looks calm, but her mind is filled with regret. I know. We'll catch up right away. Saber, let's hurry. Yes, let us hurry, Shiro. Answering and nodding, Saber starts to run as well. Making my way through the trees, I follow Tosaka. Saber is visibly breathing hard. I can't see in the darkness, but she must be in pain. I can't leave her alone any longer. Saber loses her balance. I grab her forcefully from right beside me as she falls to the ground. That's it. You can't go on anymore, Saber. What? What are you saying, Shiro? I've experienced difficulties like this many times before. I am still able to run. What are you saying? No matter how many times you've experienced it, pain always hurts. It's fine, so you can complain a bit. I pull out the arm I'm holding. It must be because Saber's light. I'm able to hold her up in my arms rather easily. What are you doing, Shiro? Just rest for now. I'll collapse first if you keep running with that expression. How rude. Let me go. Do you think I will collapse from just this? Saber struggles in my arms. but her opposition is just too weak. The arms that try to push me away are too small and too weak. That makes me painfully realize how weak she's become. I never thought Saber would be unable to push away someone picking her up. What are you thinking, Shiro? I will not allow such things from even my master. Saber is struggling with a bright red face. Well, certainly. The position she is in right now must be embarrassing for a knight. But now isn't the time to worry about appearances. Don't lie. You can't be alright when you're so weak. You can't even push me away. Just stay quiet for now. This is an order as a master. If you still won't listen, we'll have to use the command spell. What? How unfair. There's no way I would allow such nonsense as use a command spell for something like this. Then stay quiet, Tosaka. Then stay quiet. Tosaka will leave us behind if we don't hurry. Saber reluctantly falls silent as she must have accepted it. Well, that's fine for now. If she doesn't struggle, I'll be able to run while carrying her. Are we not gonna be able to see the Herc Archer fight? My vision flashes on and off. Does my blood accelerate the more I run? That is actually how that works. Bearing the nausea in my throat, I run through the forest while gritting my teeth. I breathe wildly, but I hide my pain as well as I can. There is only one reason to do so. Shiro, please let me down. I'll run myself. Because if I look even a bit pained, she looks up at me uneasily. I can't stop here. Don't take me too lightly. I have no problem carrying just you. Compared to a broken stove, one girl is like air to me. But, just be quiet, okay? I know, you know the phrase give and take. You've helped me out until now, so it doesn't even out unless I do something like this. I have to return the debt now, or I can't have you protecting me tomorrow. No, that is not true, but if you do this, I will be the one in debt to you. That's good. That means this will be the only time I have to do something so hard. I'm much more motivated now. I let a huge breath out and kick the ground. Tosaka's choosing to go through the narrow openings, even though she knows I'm carrying Saber. It's fine because Saber is light, but following her takes all my effort. Hey, go bite your tongue if you talk. You'll help me out if you stay quiet, so please stay still. Yes, then I'll obey your command, Master. Saying so, Saber relaxes in my arms. It was hard to carry her before since she was unwilling, but it'll be a bit easier now. The problem is whether Saber's body and my body will make it. How long have we been running? It feels like 30 minutes. It feels like an hour. No, running isn't that bad. I haven't been training for nothing, and Saber is really light. But now... inside, my body is messed up. I get dizzier the more I move, and I feel like throwing up. We're in a forest, so I would understand if I was bitten by a poisonous snake or something. I can't let this... This isn't pain that'll kill me. It's just that my chest feels heavy and I feel like throwing up. This is nothing compared to the warmth in my arms right now. Saber is closing her eyes as if asleep. She's not resting because she's relaxed. Her body is getting hotter by the minute. Even though it's winter, her body is sweating, and she's hanging her head to try and hide her ragged breathing. Crap. This is really a repeat of that night. Saber claps from using all her energy after using that sword on Ryder. Saber hasn't healed a bit since that night. Is her ability to talk now just a brief spark before she disappears? I run, trying to deny that. I don't care about my body. I just make myself believe that something will be possible. If I gut home and keep running... I almost fall and stop myself from collapsing by leaning against a tree. I can taste blood. So this is the cause of my nausea. I didn't spill onto Saber since it was only a bit, but I can still feel the cause of my nausea in my chest. Well, it's better than the worst possibility. If I think about it, Saber would be mad at me for a different reason if I threw up the contents of my stomach. Actually, I bet Saber would seriously try to cut me in half if I did that. Yeah, that's funny. Imagining a funny thing gives me some strength. Alright, I'm done resting. No, you are done pushing yourself, Shiro. Saber? She wasn't asleep. Saber speaks in my arms. What do you mean I'm done now? You should escape by yourself, Shiro. You cannot take me with you in your state. What? That's not true. I just fell down. This is nothing. It is something. What are you saying with a pale face like a corpse? Hey, Tosaka's... Why doesn't... Tosaka is, like, pretty solid at strengthening and, like, enhancing magic. Why doesn't she carry Saber for a little bit? Honestly, with how strong she can make herself, she could probably carry both of them. I realized, like, I think it was, like, last episode that I was complaining about, like, why does an X character do this thing? Like, as a criticism, how that usually annoys me. But, like, I don't know, I feel like this is just something that Rin would do. She would, like, because she's usually a super logical person, so she would be like, yeah, this is probably the best way to get out. Tosaka, who's leading the way, is back here now for some reason. It's your choice to bluff, but you should at least hide your blood. Hide the blood near your mouth, even if we're in a dark forest. It's only natural for Saber to worry if you're in that state. Tosaka glares at me. She must have noticed that voice. Good. Things are simpler if Rina's here. Saber says so without looking at Tosaka. I would think so. I know what Saber wants to say. We don't have time, so say it quickly, so even that idiot can understand it. Saber nods. Yes. Rin, I want you to leave me here. You'll not be able to make it with me, and most of all, I will not last long. I can't yell at her for saying such a ridiculous thing. I have no intention of leaving Saber. But still, I know well enough that Saber's condition is worsening. Saber won't last long. I vaguely knew that she wouldn't be able to make it until morning like this. I see. So how about you, Shiro? Will you die with Saber here? Of course not. I have no such intention. And I won't let Saber disappear either. If she's going to disappear, I'll use the command spell and... Okay, that's good enough. Then let's solve both problems at once. We'll save Saber and escape from the forest. That's our plan now. Huh? My brain turns into tofu. Tosaka says the most difficult things so easily at times. Hold on, I really want to do that, but since we can't... Just come here. I'll say this, but I have no intention of letting Saber die like this either. Yes, I won't let this chance slip away. I'll have you fulfill your duty. You said it's okay, so you won't mind it either, right, Saber? Tosaka looks at Saber with a meaningful expression. Saber does not answer, but merely looks downward awkwardly. I'm gonna end the episode here, just because, yeah, it's 23 minutes, so that's gonna be all. Gosh darn it, are we about to bang in this church right here? I know I keep bringing up the hentai scenes, but that's just because I don't know when they're coming, and if I turn them off or not. I'm pretty sure I did, because I'm pretty sure I didn't want to do that editing, but I also think it would be funny to torture future me by making me have to edit them. So I don't know. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.